against the world. Mike
Kinsler Bishop's in behind. Can he take his opportunity? Kinsler Bishop and finds the goal. That's potentially set.
Mike Bello against the world. Mike
Kinsler Bishop's in behind. Can he take his opportunity? Kinsler Bishop and finds the goal. That's potentially sent Lansdowne to the Manning Cup final.
Rosero crosses it. Rosero.
You don't have to keep saying, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not computer illiterate. We work to make sure that the only thing you'll have to say is, it works. Mendez, go for the cross! What a goal! What a goal from Mendez!
Goal! And speed! Go back!
And speed, baby!
Here we go.
The Kingdom have won the championship.
I want something just like
It's a goal. Courtney Flick in on goal. Number 4.
I want something just like
Hey guys, Ethan from Honey Performance here. We're so excited to announce our official partnership with the New York Bravehearts. We are bringing our online mentorship to you guys in the US to give you guidance and support in your footballing journeys through our mentorship from Premier League footballers and experts within the industry. We can't wait to start working with some of you soon.
For more information on the program, DM at NYBraveheartSC or send us an email.
I wanted to solve for the fact that dating apps are shite. So when I was doing all this research and I found out that there are 70 million of us around the world, I realised, Jesus, there must be a lot more people that want to shift. And Irish culture is a little bit different to dating apps. So how do we solve for that? The answer is we layer the culture into the app. So it's not just a dating app. It's more of a culturally focused app. Yeah, you can find the people that are looking for the shift, but you can also find the locations to meet those people in real life. Wouldn't it be nice to have the places where you can do that are close to you in the same app? We want you off the phone. We want you in the pub, having the in real life experience, having the crack.
James Booth delivers in front post. They get a touch on it and Sean Doran taps it home for Lansdowne. The opening goal comes on 44 minutes for the boys from Yonkers. The White. A chance to cross. The step overs are neat. The left footed cross comes in. Save with the goalkeeper. And the rebound is in for Lansdowne's second. The boys from Yonkers double their lead. And who else was the danger man up top? Danu Kinsler Bishop fires it in. Knocked down by Kaza. Excellent defending and running up. Brian kicks it forward for him to chase. Keeper's off his line. The keeper misses it. And Andy Kaza has an empty net to run the ball into. And it's the easiest goal he'll ever score in his career. Andy Casa scores Lansdowne's third and books their place in the National Amateur Cup semi-finals.
Long ball forward, brought down. Rain coming down heavy. Swings that ball in and it's saved. It's in! Laros break the deadlock on the stroke of halftime. Laros wins the ball back. Oh, now an opportunity played into the box. And it's in! 2-0 Laros. In the blink of an eye, the visitors double their advantage. Absorb this pressure, knowing Vistrulo's going to throw everything at them. That cross is up, anchored high, into the middle, and it's in! Do we have more twists to this tale? That goal kick taken quickly, Laros back in possession. Now through the middle, opportunity to ice it, and it's saved! But it's not out of the woodworks yet, and it's in! 3-1 Laros, and they'll be going home, ruining some missed chances as Laros are breaking free here. Bodies ahead, and it's 4-1 Laros, and that'll do it. Another counter-attack goal for the visitors, and they move on to the semifinals of the National Amateur Cup in style.
That's how he got it in his locker, ball delivered in. To back post, and it's the first goal of the evening. But the flag is up for offside. It seemed like the perfect start.
No, the linesman ran back. It counts.
And the goal is given.
So if the linesman runs...
The line-up looked to have been signalling for the offside, but Olchini have their opener. Elizai delivers in, heading towards Combati, and it's in for the second. It's a mirror of the first goal, and Olchini double their lead in the first half. 2-0 the score in Tottenville. And the penalty is rifled into the bottom corner from Diop. The substitute makes it 2-1 here at Fairview Park. It's for Elizai to deliver. Into the centre again, headed away this time by Vanis. And it's Brown on the rebound, saved by the keeper, and only as far as Perlacci who taps it in for Olchini's third. And the boys in blue well and truly in the driving seat now. Seamus Keogh under a bit of pressure, and the referee points to the spot. It is going to be a Greeks penalty. The challenge from Keogh. There's Almadi, Yusufi, and saved by Luis Granados. Booth and Keogh get it back to the defend. Yusufi still going on his own. Yusufi feeds it out wide. Now a chance for Saramago onto his left and curls it into the corner. And it's a screamer for the Greeks to open the scoring in the second half. And Brian Saramago with an absolute rocket into the far corner. Hamilton, Botti trying to get a foot in. Eddie Speed comes away in possession. Eddie Speed driving forward. Salmon played in behind for Danu Kinsley Bishop, and he finds the bottom corner. And it's the danger man Danu once again who finds the net for Lansdowne. His 12th goal of the season, and what an important one it might be as Lansdowne keep their title hopes alive. Ethan Homler contesting with McCann, and Danu Kinsley Bishop in behind again. Danu with a chance to make it a second, and it is a second for Lansdowne. What a moment for Danu Kinsley Bishop. He's put Lansdowne 2-1 up in the derby and potentially close the gap at the top of the table. Huge moment for Matt Kane's men as Danu Kinsley Bishop rifles in his 13th goal of the season.
Lean in swinger from this near side. Swung on, brought down, headed in, and it's in. Free header at the back post. In toward Ba. Great pass. Flick on. Shot is on, and it's in. There's your equalizer for Leros. And just like that, tie ball game here in Huntington. Leros SC 1, Central Park Rangers 1. Another swift move. Into the middle, great pass, and that one is in. Excellent movement there from Leros to take the lead. Long ball headed down by the Rangers and shooting opportunity. And what a strike. What a way to make it 3-1 for Leros out of absolutely nowhere. A thunderous strike to make it 3-1.
Test it. Test it.
Test. Mic check 1, 2. Okay, I can hear myself better this
Yeah?
way.
Okay.
Good. This is good right here? Do you hear any echo?
I'm going to check right now.
Okay. Check 1, 2. Mic check. Check mic. Sound good? Is there a delay? No? You have it set for 9:30? Yeah. Bring that chair, or that chair was just there? Okay. Welcome to the Field of Dreams in Massachusetts, New York. You Watch the Sports presents the LISFL on this beautiful Sunday night. And we already have one goal quickly for NY Polet. From the left side, no hesitation. When we get to the starting lineup, Delwin Hernandez wearing number 11. And it's 1-0 in the first 20 seconds of this matchup for NY Polet, coming in at 7 wins on the year, won their last 2 games, and Polet sits in first place right now in the Premier Division at 1-3. They only have 1 loss in the year. That means the team is currently sitting in second place, and that is NY Irish Rovers. That was back in October at Veterans Park in Selden. While we're getting underway here, first place Port Jeff FC matching up with third place New York Polet. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jim Furchman. Thank you for part of your weekend. Hot and heavy. That's how both clubs feel checking in tonight with 8 straight wins combined. Port Jeff has won their last 6, and NY Polet, they've won back-to-back victories. The offensive prowess has been outstanding. Port Jeff coming off a 5-0 victory last game. NY Polet torched Hellas NYFC last game in an 8-0 rout. Port Jeff, with the way they played this year, they can look at a promotion into the APSL promotional playoffs if they can control the 1 seed by the end of the regular season. They've sustained 1 blemish so far earlier this year, and that was with the loss to NY Irish Rovers. Head coach for Port Jeff is going to be Kevin Lazada in his 8th year coaching the team since 2019. And then for NY Polet, manager Michael Wallace, coached by Michael Leone, assistant coaches Mauricio Martinez, Oscar Maldonado. And we just have a response for Port Jeff right back. It's Philip Yauk, the right wing. Knots it up at 1 early in the first half. So both teams showing their offensive prowess early. That's always exciting to see right out the gate. So first minute and then the second minute for Philip Yauk. Let's get to the starting lineups. We'll start off with Port Jeff. Goalkeeping is Curtis Copenhaver for Port Jeff FC. Then number 30, Sean Towie, the center back. Number 35, Moses Baka-Balindi, center midfielder. Number 39, Mo White, a striker. Number 36, Stephen Hollis, playing left back. Number 31, Thomas Gray, center back. Number 50, Jon Jelercic, right back. Number 60, Joey Sanchez, center midfielder. Number 27, Eli White, a center midfielder. Number 7, Joe Bamfo, a left wing. Number 49, Philip Yauk, the right wing, who just scored for Port Jeff. And that's your starters for PJFC. Then for NY Polet will be Ronald Alejos, the goalkeeper. Number 17, Etienne Bodie, the winger. Number 14, Kilmore Campos, a center back. Number 12, Andy Blanco, a midfielder. Number 13, Francisco Flores, the left back, also known as Pacha. Number 22, Jose Gil Mejia, Chino, wearing number 22. And number 21, Christian Hernandez, right winger. 11, Delwin Hernandez, the striker attacker, who just scored the previous goal, as he was looking for a second goal from the left side and went wide of Copenhaver right. Number 8, Mauricio Martinez, midfielder. Number 20, Juan Salamanca, defender. And number 9, Jose Alvarenga, the center back. Here's Towie. I'll check it. That was 36, Stephen Hollis. Ball skies up towards midfield. Christian Hernandez in between the body of Thomas Gray. Alejos will stop it in his tracks. Go right to Alvarenga. Hernandez. And goes right back, collides with Hollis. Takes it from Christian. Christian keeps it, tries to split the double team. Unsuccessful. And ball is out of play, disrupted by Andy Blanco, number 12. Port Jeff, they've had 3 shutouts this year. Their last win was against Guyana Juniors at Generals in a 5-0 shutout. Tries to split the defense. It was nicely done, but stopped was Gray, the center back, in front. Hollis back out to Gray. Rotating it to the far side of the field. There's Towie. That was Angelo Puerto Quintanilla, who'd be wearing number 15. Let's have him as listed as 5 here. Going to the far middle. Baka-Balindi trying to split it towards the center. It's online, and it's right through. In the back of the cage, Mo White whips it in and points right at the camera. The striker strikes. Port Jeff in front of the lead with a 2-1 advantage. Just before the 8th minute of play. So 3 goals in 7 minutes so far. We do have almost a trip. Port Jeff trying to get a breakaway. Bamfo running right towards. Got to watch out for that elbow. Getting chippy here. Both players are starting to shove each other. Got to be careful. Stephen Hollis did not like that shove at all from Puerto Cantilla. So it's going to be a throw-in or going to be a free kick coming. So the other ref apparently saw the contact. So Baca Balindi right next to Hollis. Refs for today's game also is Justin Fiervanti, Adam Ostrov, and Adam Goldstein. So one of the officials having a long conversation with Christian Hernandez, number 21. Looks like we already have a reserve coming in. So Salablanca comes out. And it looks like Brian Vasquez is going to check in to the game. The defender. It's on cue and saved by Alejos. So you can tell the physicality and intensity coming off hot. That was right on the line. Puerto Quintanilla didn't really think that was going to stay inbounds. However, White said it was still in play. Gray tries to split the defense. Sets it up right for the middle. Here's White again! Off the feed from Hollis. And it's 3-1 Port Jeff early. Unselfish play for the top seed in the Premier Division. They play quick and with the right mindset. Back-to-back goals from Mo White. That goal in the 11th minute. So, Delwyn dumps off the Blanco. Tries to go out wide. Where's the left side? Try to split it and disrupted. Ball will stay with NY Polet. That was Gil Mejia on the far left side from where we are. Here's Bodie being pressured. Mauricio tries to split the middle. And a smart play by Copenhaver right out the gate. Bemfo is out of bounds. Looked like they were early on the throw-in. So Adam Goldstein having a chat with Blanco, said he threw the ball in too quickly. And now they resume action. Hollis, Bemfo, Eli White. Goes out to the corner, Hollis with the left foot towards the middle, looking for Hauk, and it goes off the deflection wide right. Yeah, poor Jeff didn't like how Polet started off in the first 20 seconds, and then next thing you know, 10 minutes later, they already have 3 straight goals. Good footwork. And trying to sell it there was White on the slide tackle. Baca Belindi lets it go out. He was last to touch it. Throw in coming for NY Polet. Hollis plays good defense. Turned over. Yauk gets it right back. Oh, beautiful offense, and they're going to call offsides. Oh, it was neck and neck right there between White and Yauk. And Yauk was just a little out in front of position, and that is a saver for NY Polet without this making a 3-goal deficit early in the first half. Alvarenga with Yauk right on his tail. Yauk last to touch it. So Hernandez will check out. And Flores will come back into the game. Francisco Flores for NY Polet. Trying to get some momentum. Good pass ahead to Flores. Dumps it out to APQ. Deflected. Blanco. Gil Mejia tries to split it for APQ. No one really home. Goes back out. Delwyn. Another deflection. And now Gray trying to get it out of the offensive zone. Puts it towards midfield. And Mo White being very physical against a very feisty Kilmar Campos. So Campos will get the ball. White doesn't like the call by the officials. Having a chat with Goldstein. Goes to Bodie. Bodie has good footwork as well, and then here comes the disruption from Sanchez. Bemfo has the outside. Great slide tackle. Campos, clean as could be. Nearly out of bounds. Flores, last to touch it. Poor Jeff will get it in the offensive zone. Hollis on the throw-in. Goes out to Gray. Tries to split it open, and Alejos lays out. And it'll go right to his counterpart to start off. Delwin Hernandez, who has the first goal of tonight's game. Goes back out. Hernandez trying to plug that box open. Flores last to touch. And they're going to switch the throw into Jelercic, number 50. Here's White. Outside to Baca Belindi. Hollis looking for that corner, and nobody was home, and he even knows it. Didn't get the correct location off the kick. Let's see who's going that to. It's going back to Port Jeff. Flores doesn't like the call. So both referees pointed different directions. Goldstein, the head official, is telling it that it's NY Polet ball. Martinez. Out towards midfield, trying to hug that corner. There's Vasquez. And right at midfield, it's going to go back to Port Jeff. Towie. Kick it right back to Copenhaver. Copenhaver launches it to Hollis. Good play by Flores. Who's last to touch? Oh, they're going to give it back to Port Jeff. Benfo. Baca Belindi. Great contested by Flores right through his legs. Goes to the corner, back to Benfo. Sanchez. Benfo on the left side again. Has an opening. Quintanilla on his tail, and he's offsides. Benfo is. Ball goes away from Bodie and back to Copenhaver. About 15 yards in front of his own net. Gray with the left foot. Finds Sanchez with the header. Advances. Oh, a collision. With Mo White, he seems to be okay. Has to go in front. Smart play there, even though Delwin, if he kept advancing, would have been called offsides. Hollis. Looking for White again. And directly to Alejos for NY Polet. Alejos gets it back. Campos goes big, looking to go deep. Flores fighting with Gray. A little hand grab there, a little shove in the back from Gray on Flores right after he gave up possession. Copenhaver on the high bounce, beautifully to Benfo. Benfo setting it up for Mo White. Alejos will let it go. Benfo with too far of a pass, and White would have been called offsides. Hernandez takes a tumble. And then Yauk drags down by Gil Mejia. A little too much excessive contact, therefore Port Jeff will regain possession. Play conservative. Gray goes past Delwin. Looking for that far corner. Alejos playing defense well. And White's been in the backfield a lot early in this first half. Good defense from White. Flores looking for the center. Good defense by Towie. And it's going to go back to Polet. Trying to split it, turned over. Sanchez sets it up for Benfo. If he can keep it in play, he's got the left side and lost it off his foot. I haven't seen this fast pace of a soccer game in a very long time. It seems like both teams are moving at 150 miles an hour. Polet trying to gain some momentum. Flores right there with Towie. And Towie goes down after a slide tackle from Brian Vasquez. Towie a little slow to get up. He's back up on his feet. Turned over. Polet. Delwin trying to split towards the box, and that's disrupted immediately. Mo White cherry picking in the backfield to see if he could not avoid an offsides. Vasquez goes out to the left side and then hugs that corner. And looked like that was Martinez last to touch it. Nope, there'll be a throw in coming for Polet. A lot of physicality. Towie hits the deck again. But play continues. Hollis from Copenhagen. Benfo goes inside to Baca Balindi and turned over again. Bodie trying to find an outside opening. Skirmishes away from Eli White. APQ. Hollis tried to bounce it off his foot, and that's what he'll get, even though it looked like it may have skimmed it ever so slightly. Gray. White. Don't see that off the White and Campos showing some sportsmanship as play goes on. Blanco goes back out to Campos, looking for the middle. Flores with the left foot, lets it go off the deflection. It's wide right and saved by Copenhagen. I believe Gray got a piece of it with that large 6'4" frame, maybe even bigger. Ball's gonna be launched out of play by Copenhagen. Campos trying to keep it close. You could tell that Port Jeff really relies on their speed in the backfield. Splitting again, Gray being involved on a lot of deflections early in this first half. Good slide tackle by Campos. And trying to push it away. Copenhagen is gonna take this clean from Delwin Hernandez after having the
first 20 seconds in the back of the net for Polet to start it with their quick lead. And then that quickly vanished 10 minutes later. Clean slide tackle. A great play by Towie to keep it with Port Jeff. Hollis sets up for Benfo. Benfo's got to be careful. Great stop by Alejos. Taking a chance, and it paid off. Gray, what a pass to the far side. Yolurchich lets it go high. Hollis in that left side, keeps it in play. Goes back to the middle, disrupted by Campos. Here's Delwyn. Goes out for Flores. Flores stays on his feet. Gray goes down. Flores tries to set up. Ball goes up in the air, and we'll have a corner kick coming for Polet. Gil Mejia was in the vicinity. And it'll be Bodie from the far left corner to launch it. Bodie on the corner. Oh, Copenhagen with the instincts. Untouched, he's the only one to get a clear mitten on it. Goes to the opposite corner. Nobody there from Hollis. Goes right near the scoreboard. Blanco splits the D right at midfield. Goes back out to Mauricio. And here comes Mo White showing off the wheels. Stops on a dime. Goes out to the left. Goes right around. Sets it up nicely. Alejos denies it with two hands. Gil Mejia goes back out. Here's Bodie. Flores has some space. Plays it unselfishly. Gil Mejia goes down. Gets it right back. For Delwyn. Delwyn trying to gain momentum against the big Thomas Gray. And will Copenhagen throw this in? It looks like he will. Vasquez off the left foot goes right back to the Port Jeff bench. Yolurchich on the throw-in. And Port Jeff will regroup. Towie sees Hollis in the corner of his eye, and he'll turn it over. Here comes Hernandez. Lets it go. Saved down on the right side. Hollis, look at the speed, keeps the ball in play. Copenhagen with his third save in this first half. And Benfo dodging everything in his path. Sanchez was ruled out of bounds. Looked like he was up in the air while he was out of play. He did not touch the ground. But it will go back to Polet. Campos. Ball skied in the air. Yauk. Back out to Blanco. Trying to stay in his grasp. Goes out to the far corner. Bodie. And it goes out of play. Bodie and Towie were right there. 6 straight wins for Port Jeff. The last 2 for NY Polet. So both teams on a real hot streak as bodies go down. As White and Alvarenga tumble. Blanco trying to find Bodie. Yulurchich. Set it up for White. Goes right underneath his foot. Here's Bodie trying to save it, and he can't. And we have a couple reserves coming in. Bodie looks like he's going to check out. We'll see Jason Udo check in. And Yauk will check out. And Ryan Harding will check in for Port Jeff. APQ. Tight defense from Udo, who just checked in 15 seconds ago, is already making an impact defensively. Polet, Delwyn, trying to go around White. He does. Finding it for the left side. Bodie, go with the left foot towards the middle, disrupted by Towie. Justin, seems like Polet has some momentum. Port Jeff delivers with an uppercut. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Flores tries to go up high and it goes nowhere near the net. I don't know if he was looking for a pass or he just didn't get the accuracy off his right foot. Alvarenga. Missed the slide. APQ. Hollis is down. APQ towards the center. Delwyn. Back inside. Disruption again. Hollis is woozy. Slow to get up. Here's Udo. Hollis will play a conservative. Go back to Eli. Don't know if he hit his head on the turf. Goes to Udo. So I set up for White. Last touched. It's going to stick with Port Jeff. Good defense by Campos. Not good enough, though. Blanco, right in the middle, looking for Bodie. And Balindi, excuse me, cratered down the turnover. White and Delwyn getting physical. Gray, looks like it's going to sail way over the head of Yulurchich. Back to Polet. Looking for Flores. Flores and Towie neck and neck in that far left corner. Flores beats him. Looking for Delwyn on the side. Nobody home on the turnover. Delwyn may have been called offsides, and that's why he spread out instead of went towards the net. Bodie trying to keep it in play, and he was out of bounds. Got to watch out for those nets. You have 5 nets and 1 to score in. He went to the one to the left. There's 2 to the left, and actually, excuse me, 4 to the right. I didn't see that one in the far corner behind the the light post. Udo one-on-one with Puerto Quintanilla. Finds a nice for Harding. Harding goes out to Mo. Mo splits it, goes left, and saved by Alejos on the deflection. Even though he had a small margin of room, he still got good contact and velocity off that kick. So corner kick coming for Port Jeff. It's going to be, looks like Sanchez on the throw-in. There's Gray on the possible header. Stays in Port Jeff offensive zone. And there was Yelurchich on the throw-in earlier. And then a clear push on Harding. Here's Bodie turning on the Jets. Towards the center. Goes past the defense. Bodie still has it in his possession and then eventually falls down. And are they going to say this is going to be in the box? Bodie showing off the excellent footwork. Let's see where they're going to call it. They're going to give it a yellow card. I think they're going to give the yellow card to Harding. Harding and Gray were right there. So yeah, this is going to be a free kick. Let's see who's going to take it. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Bodie. This always takes some time. The ref's making sure that the defense is in the proper position. So a straightaway shot coming. And it's going to be Delwyn. So Hernandez from the left side. Hernandez, saved by Copenhaver. Tried to hook it in on the left. Copenhaver read that all the way. Surprised he was able to get it around the defense and even put a shot on goal. Alvarenga. Gil Mejia goes down. Looks like Gil Mejia either his cleat or something with his foot. I love as soon as the play ended, the ball was right towards me. Like it couldn't be any perfect. So White and Gil Mejia exchange handshakes and their pleasantries. And Campos will go to Angelo. Towards the center. Towie with a good header. Go to Udo. Directs it to Sanchez. Sanchez taking a chance to Jogorčić. And a good header for Harding right there in the vicinity. He's got in the far right corner. Goes to the middle, Udo. Here's White. White going to the left side. Great defense. Alvarenga. Acceleration. Last touch by Gray. And go back to Polet. Flores. We'll keep it close. So APQ will throw it in. Couple minutes left in the first half. That I got word from our lovely producer, Steven Sanchez. Coming all the way from Queens. APQ in the right corner. Tries to set it up. Goes to the far opposite side where Bodie is, and it's last touched by Yalurcic. So far throw in. Blanco. Sanchez plays good defense. And Mo White is a pest in the backfield. Delwyn. With White right on his tail. Flores. Baca Belindi. APQ was lurking. Here's Udo. Goes right through the legs of Campos. Harding from the right wing. Fakes it towards the center. Disrupted again. Hollis. Goes back to Udo. Saved by Alejos. Off the knee. We'll stick with Port Jeff, and that will end these first 45 minutes. A lot of intensity and a lot of offense. 3-1 Port Jeff with the lead. Ever since the first 12 minutes, he had 4 goals. Since then, it's just been all defense from that point on. Polet started off in the first 20 seconds. Delwyn Hernandez found the back of the cage. And then in the next minute, it's Philip Yauk that ties it up. 5 minutes later, Mo White gets involved on the offensive side. And then 4 minutes later, White again to make it 3-1 Port Jeff as they look for their 9th win of the year and get closer to that APSL promotional playoff spot. We'll be right back here on New Logical Sports. NY Polet and Port Jeff for the LISFL in the Premier Division. And you're watching it on New Logical Sports.
You don't have to keep saying, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not computer illiterate. We work to make sure that the only thing you'll have to say is, it works.
Mike Bello against the world. Mike Bello.
Into the Bishop's in behind. Can he take his opportunity? Into the Bishop and finds the goal. That's potentially sent Lansdowne to the Manning Cup final.
Rosero crosses it.
Okay, I had that. I had those numbers. So I hope you got a quick breath in and maybe a bathroom break because we're ready to start the second half already. 3-1 Port Jeff looking for their 7th straight victory as they have a 3-1 advantage on NY Polet in the Premier Division. Jim Furchwin on hand alongside producer Steven Sanchez. And both teams are moving exceptionally fast. So far, a great contest between the 1 and 3 spots in the division. The promotional playoffs in the APCL is lurking for Port Jeff, and it's really showed in the first half. They are not messing around. They play quick, and they want to make sure they score on you as much as possible, and Polet was able to put a halt to that for the last 30-plus minutes after Port Jeff put up 3 in the first 12. And we did have a jersey correction. 13 is Angelo Puerto Quintanilla, and number 15 is Francisco Flores. And Flores takes a tumble, and no whistle is called. It's Sanchez who is able to show some sportsmanship, saying that was my bad, man. I'm shocked they didn't call the whistle. After tonight, Polet, their next game, they'll be on a quick matchup on Wednesday against Eleftheria SC at Breezy Park at 9 p.m. And nearly turned over. White loses his footing. Wilmer Hernandez is now in the game to start the second half for Polet. Towie disrupts. Blanco. Baca Belinda right next to him. To that far corner, and it's disrupted by Hollis. Here comes Delwyn. Delwyn trying to go around. He finds Twine for the second time. Delwyn Hernandez cuts it to 1. It's 3-2, Port Jeff. In the 46th minute. Well, right at the gate, Polet found a game plan, and they were going to stick with their top goal scorer, Delwyn Hernandez. Find it toward the top left corner of the cage. Just like how they started the first half is how they start the second half, with Delwyn Hernandez putting it past Copenhagen. Here comes Polet again. Flores was right towards the middle. On cue was Mejia, but it couldn't be any more straight on as Copenhagen saved it low right in the middle of the post. Could have been another breakaway. That time APQ was right there. Yeah, that last goal from Hernandez, the spot of where it landed, you couldn't defend that any better if you tried. Or you couldn't place it any better. Nearly went off the inside post and still was able to score. Speaking of the devil, here he is again. Looking for a possible tie. He'll go outside, it's off Copenhagen, and it's in on the header! Gil Mejia! Jose Gil Mejia right there with Copenhagen uses his noggin to knot it up at 3. 49th minute. 3 minutes later, we are tied up. It is deadlocked at 3. Now, Port Jeff needs to regroup. It's just like how it was before this game even started. There's no lead. Vasquez goes back out. Blanco, Baca Belindi trying to split it through his legs. Bodie draws a double team, tries to get the speed out of Jelercic. Jelercic is playing keeping away, and we'll go right back to Copenhagen. Stopped by Wilbur. Goes back out to Vasquez. Trying to put it past midfield. And they won't do that just yet. Here comes Port Jeff now. Mo White. Looks like it was deflected off Polet and goes back into that left corner where the ball's been busy there tonight. So it'll be a corner kick. No. Long throw incoming right around the cage. So White will control to our near side. Good defense from Bodie. Takes it right away. Gil Mejia being wrapped around by Jelercic. No whistle. They'll let them play. Goes deep to APQ with Hollis right on his tail. Here comes Polet again. Oh, great defense from Hollis. Takes it right away from Christian Hernandez, number 21. Hollis looking to go long for Harding. Right off the chest. Harding and Vasquez, one-on-one. Looking for Jelercic on the other side of the field. Great box out by Alvarenga. And it'll go right back to Polet. Towie back out to Gray. Good deflection, Mejia. Copenhagen right there, not giving Christian Hernandez any room to give Polet the lead. White trying to set it up for the other White. Headed away. Sanchez, disruption. Bemfo. Oh. Stopped in the box. Bodies are tumbling between Jelercic and Bodie. And we have subs coming in, both for Port Jeff. So looks like Philip Yauk's going to come back in along with Bemfo. That was Udo, and Harding will check back out. So just the way it started. All the starters back in for Port Jeff. So after tonight, Port Jeff, they'll also play Eleftheria. That would be on Sunday at 12 p.m. So their Eleftheria is going to be playing both teams within a day apart. on May 10th, and then you have May 9th for NY Polet at Breezy Park. And the Eleftheria will be at Heritage Park at the Wedge on field 1. So Gray looking for Benfo. Here's APQ. We've got to Mejia. Polet pushing it. Gray trying to defend. And he does that, just that. Had to stick up that big boot and got all ball. So Flores on the throw-in. Goes right to Gil Mejia. Mejia tries to go out wide on the kick. Oh, what a save by Copenhaver. Bodie tried to bust it past him, and Copenhaver made a full sacrifice and got the deflection above the post. That was unreal. '55th minute of action, and it certainly is full of action tonight. Vasquez goes back out to Bodie. Bodie lets it go high for the header again. Ball is up in the air, and Gray will just get rid of it and launch it into the stands. Copenhaver was in a critical predicament, and Gray saved the day there. Vasquez right on the line, ball stays in play. Ball was in the air there for about 5 seconds without it touching the ground between 4 players around it. Ball will go back to Polet. Looks like we have another substitution waiting, or that just Vasquez sitting on the bench. Excuse me, Hernandez. Christian Hernandez will check in, yes. Well, Christian Hernandez will check out, brother for brother. And Delwyn will check back in. Quick breather for Delwyn. As it looks like they're going to use him to the best of their advantage. Him scoring 2 of the 3 goals for Polet tonight. And go figure, scoring the first goal in the first minute of the first half and scoring the second goal in the first minute of the second half. So you want to talk about not wasting any time whatsoever. Bodie. Ref's looking for a push. Excuse me, that's APQ looking for the ref to stop play. Copenhaver looking for Hernandez in the vicinity. He goes out to White. White's been neutralized. And then a shove by Gil Mejia on Mo White. So far, 39 and 11, both with multiple goals for each team. That far side, Alejos. Keep it away from Yelerchich. Bodie, great pass ahead. Nearly knocks down. Baca Belindi hits the deck. Bodie trying to set it up, and APQ dodges Copenhaver as he was diving for the ball. Gray finds White. Delwyn showing off the skills, looking for a call by the refs, and got to give credit to the refs for a game like a 1 versus 3 like this. You're going to let them play as much as possible. We haven't seen much stoppage tonight at all. That's why the first half went by so fast. And mind you, there were 4 goals in that first half. Here's Delwyn again, right side. Goes into the middle. Gil Mejia looking for space. Goes wide right. Copenhagen may have got a gift there as Gil Mejia knew he had a shot and couldn't put it on cue. 61st minute. And we're looking at a game that possibly is going to be a fantastic finish depending if both defenses and offensives can keep the level of tempo. Towie. Looks like he's trying to orchestrate the offense. Blanco tried to tap it lightly, and it will go right back to PJ. Long throw from Jelercic. Finds Sanchez. White, quick footwork horizontally. And there was contact by Wilber Hernandez, one of the reserves, and he's going to get a yellow card, possibly after the verbal altercation with one of the officials. Just said, no, 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 how many times? And goes to show if you're going to speak, you might as well play as well as you might as well walk the walk if you can talk the talk, is what they would say. So a yellow card for Wilber Hernandez, as the players call him Cheeky. So we got a couple of nicknames while we have some time, as Coach Leone referenced me just before the game. So we have Francisco Flores, also known as Pacha. And then Jose Gil Mejia, Chino. And Wilber Hernandez is Cheeky. And that's it. So we have a free kick coming now for Port Jeff. See if they can gain the momentum back. It's going to be Joey Sanchez straight away, it appears. Sanchez deflected hard by Polet. That one's going to leave a mark for sure. Jelercic sets it up towards the center. Finds White. White looking for a spot off the post and in! Mo White with the hat trick. 4-3 Port Jeff. Just after the 60th minute. 62nd to be exact. You couldn't place that any better if you were Mo White. Goes off the bottom of the inside right post. Alejos needed to pray that it would just not go in the back of the cage. But that was not the outcome for Polet's goalkeeper. Mo White, 3 goals tonight. And that one's got to be by far the most impressive. So far kick coming from Flores. That one's up there. Copenhagen nearly collides with a PQ. Alejos has had a lot of deflected saves. Copenhagen with a lot of clean saves. Doesn't really get much air under this one, as Vasquez and Yauk nearly collide heads. Good move by Baca Belindi. Far side, Hollis. Off the deflection from Benfo. Joey Benfo bends it past Alejos. 2 quick goals in response for Port Jeff off the dime from Mo White. And Benfo busts the lead open to 2. It's 5-3 Port Jeff FC in the 65th minute. When Port Jeff scores, they score in bunches. So Yauk will come back out, it looks like. And wait to see who came in. Harding's back in for Port Jeff at defense. And looks like we have an injury now for, yeah, that's Campos. Kilmar Campos looks like he's got a left arm injury. And Mauricio Martinez checks in off the bench. So now you got to wonder if Polet, if they have another gasp in them after Port Jeff just put in 2 in 3 minutes. Goes up. White. Goes back out. Bemfo. Flores. Just watching it go. Alvarenga. Vasquez. Nowhere to really go with it. See who is last to touch. Harding throws it in very quickly to Baca Belindi. White again. Looking for goal number 4. Not that time. Alvarenga gets it from Alejos as the Massapequa train passes by us, behind us. You could say this train behind us is literally about 25, 30 feet, so you can possibly hear everything. Fortunately, this train has not come past one of our goal calls yet. White takes a tumble. Alejos looks like he'll try to get this as far as possible. Goes to APQ. Towie's on his tail. Trying to play the corner line. Keeps it in play. Towie and APQ go down. So APQ now exchanging words with the official, trying to see if he gets a yellow. And that does not look like it'll be the outcome this time. Throw-in coming from Gil Mejia. Or, no, it'll be not a corner kick, but it'll be a kick coming from the near wing corner area. I guess you can say that. Is there a spot on the field where, what is that label? Baca Belindi's right in front of the official. I wonder to see if Sanchez will give Gil Mejia some space here on the kick. So yes. Gil Mejia goes low, ball shot in the other direction like a catapult. Alvarenga draws it inside, kicks it through. Bodie looking to find Alvarenga, and he's last to touch it. Copenhaver, good accuracy. Vasquez. Baca Belindi has it. Goes out to Towie. Towie launches it to the left side. White, Bemfo. Bemfo misplayed it temporarily and looks like he was he last to touch it? Yes. Or not. He's just waiting for Hollis. Mo He stopped. Flores and Sanchez. Talk about EZ taking it rough. So the ref obviously trying to keep the tensions low, even though 8 goals have been put in the back of the net tonight. Near 70 minutes in. So Hollis go off the left. It's a couple deflections. Harding off the header. Gets another connection. APQ. Got the Yelerchich. Towie waits for it to come to him. Gray, been quiet in the second half. Eli can't make contact. Goes out to Delwyn. Delwyn has that right side to himself. Hollis charging in. Delwyn goes left. Copenhagen, another save. Had APQ right next to him. If that went past, we could be looking at a 1-goal game. That's 7 saves on a night for Copenhagen. Off the back foot of Mo White. Goes out to Benfo, who just keeps it in play. White using his strength. And Flores having trouble to stay in front of him. You can hear Mo White possibly said every single play. White again, goes up high and wide right. Leos. Alvarenga bringing it up. Goes up midfield. Hollis heads it directly to Towie, who pushes it back in the offensive zone for poor Jeff, and no one's really home. Flores. Looking for the bicycle kick for a pass. Got a nice full moon out tonight, too, as we can see it in the camera. Good shot there by Sanchez. I mean our producer, not Joey. Vasquez setting up that corner. APQ. Left side towards the middle. Towie's all over it. Ball does stay in play. Harding keeps it in. Alvarenga towards the center for Vasquez. Vasquez keeps it out. Gil Mejia tries to get around. Goes back out to Alvarenga, who just lost his footing. Copenhagen will keep it in play. Great pass from Harding on the header. And here's Harding again. Harding. Great stop by Alejos. Thought he got him with a trip. Alejos and Harding exchanging pleasantries again, saying that was a pretty good slide tackle. Vasquez lets it go. Harding disrupts it again with his noggin. Flores tries to stop White. He will. Blanco missed it there. Goes outside to Wilbur. Martinez looks for Delwyn. Back to Port Jeff. About 15 minutes left, depending on how much extended time we get. Port Jeff with a 5-3 advantage on NY Polet. If you're just tuning in, New Logical Sports, giving you the LISFL in the Premier Division between the first place Port Jeff FC and NY Polet sitting in third place. And a clean stop by Flores stops Bemfo in his tracks. Martinez, and turned over. Gray goes out to Eli White. Udo's back in the game for Port Jeff. And Gray just tries to get rid of it out of the offensive zone. Blanco. Hernandez draws a double team, uses his legs, and no one's really there. Goes to Eli White. Eli White able to get down low and still hold the ball. Then he loses it. APQ. Martinez. Vasquez got tripped over the own ball. Joey Sanchez has it now for Port Jeff. Looking to lead the pass for Udo, but Alvarenga's all over it, and he'll go back to Alejos. Not much time left for Polet. They need 2 goals in less than 15 minutes. Ball's there. Flores stops it with Mo White right there. Again, he's been lurking in that offensive zone all night long. But Polet just can't seem to stop him. APQ goes to Vasquez. Sets it up for the middle for Bodie. Ball goes out of play right towards the camera. Great stop by our producer to keep our equipment alive. I can't wait to see that shot. Looks like it's coming right at us. Delwyn. Baka Belindi striked it away right towards Polet's bench, and Polet will stick with it. Christian Chavez checks now into the game for Polet. Just can't tell who he took out. Delwyn. APQ goes up high and over the net. That could have been a missed opportunity. That's a good shot there from our producer on his own phone. Only if you had a Samsung, you would be able to see it much clearer. And the moon is slightly, looks like a little orange tonight. And that's something you see in the fall. We're getting closer to spring. Or I should say closer to summer, since we are technically in spring. White trying to direct for Udo. Here's Alvarenga trying to lead the way. Oh, good deflection from Sanchez. White, stopped by Alejos. There is a rebound, but he'll be fine and take it himself. Gil Mejia taken away by Harding. Polet gets it right back. Hernandez sets it up for Bodie in the right corner. Bodie with Gray on him. Off the deflection from Copenhagen again. Doesn't look like that was on net, but it is stopped. Port Jeff will maintain possession after it looked like Udo was last to touch it. Maybe he was pushed. Jovicic on the throw-in for Sanchez. Chavez and Sanchez getting physical at the line. Jovicic, Bacabalendi didn't have it cleanly. APQ is right there, just trying to get rid of it past midfield. Last touch by Sanchez. Throw-in coming from Vasquez. It's out to Mejia. Trying to find that middle, but it's clogged up by Eli White. Seems that everything's been for Polet has been from the left or right side, but it's been a plan in the beginning to make sure Polet does not penetrate the middle, and Port Jeff's done a great job of that all game long. Jovicic out to Udo. Bacabalendi. Like the ball was still in play when Vasquez was kicking it in, but the official said it will stick with Port Jeff. Benfo loses his balance. May have been slightly tapped. A little less than 9 minutes left. Blanco with Sanchez right behind him. Here's APQ turning on the Jets, looking for momentum for Polet. Delwin, back out to Blanco. Back out to Delwin again. Disrupted, who was last to touch it? He'll stick with Polet. Blanco trying to push the middle if he can. Goes out to Bodie. Flores sets it out for Chavez. Christian. And looked like the ball was off the wrong part of the foot. And Copenhagen will wait. Time's running out for Polet. Copenhagen kicks it right back to his own bench. Looking for that outside part, Chavez. Check out, it's Wilbur Hernandez, not Chavez. So Gil Mejia was going to throw it in, and it will be Wilbur on the throw-in. Yauk will check in, and Bacabalendi will check out for Port Jeff. Blanco goes out. Alvarenga. Push inside, goes underneath the legs of Christian Chavez, and here comes Sanchez. Sanchez should have pushed it out. It's between Flores and White. And Flores was back there first. Coming here out to Blanco. Gil Mejia trying to penetrate the middle. Quick pass going to that corner for Bodie. This is where Polet's dangerous. Bodie goes towards the center again, deflected. Back out. What a block by Harding. That's the third deflection he's had tonight. Blanco. Doesn't want to go near Bemfo. Another deflection from Port Jeff. Nothing easy tonight for Polet. Oh, what a lead pass nearly. Goes right back towards our camera crew. I don't think the ball likes this stick over here. Blanco goes out. Chavez runs right into Harding, and Harding takes it away. And Eli White dragged down by Chavez, nearly around the hair. And he got a yellow card for that. So both reserves for Polet. Chavez now and before Hernandez both have yellow cards tonight. And now the urgency really has to be crucial for Polet with time winding down. You know, less than 5 minutes left. And Port Jeff can smell their 7th straight victory. Alejos being smart with it. Chavez. Gil Mejia back out to Hernandez. Blanco out to that corner. It's up for grabs. And Yelerchich, oh, can't get it cleanly off the foot. And we're gonna need a new ball. Likely. Vasquez goes to Alvarenga. Alvarenga boxing out Bemfo. Has to find the center. Bodie. Bemfo denies it. Blanco again. Gil Mejia. Way high. And that was off the foot of APQ. Doesn't matter on the outcome for tonight. We had a very fun game to call. Just before 11 p.m. here in Massapequa, 5-3 Port Jeff, trying to keep that first place seed alive with a possibility for the APSL promotional playoff. Gil Mejia trying to penetrate the middle. Alvarenga might have a shot. Tries to kick it towards Hernandez, and I think he might have been last to touch it. So Port Jeff pulls through. They now win 7 straight games, get their 9th win of the year as Polet, they get their first loss after having 3 draws on the year as they fall to Port Jeff 5-3 in an exciting matchup here in Massapequa on the Field of Dreams. What a quick recap. 1-0 Polet in the first minute, Delwin Hernandez, and then a minute later, Philip Yauk ties it up for Port Jeff. And then Mo White, back-to-back goals in the 7th and 11th minute for Port Jeff. Delwin Hernandez to start off the second half in the 46th minute, finds his second goal. And then Gil Mejia off the header right in front of Copenhagen over his fingertips into the back of the cage to tie it up at 3. And then 4-3 and 5-3. Mo White in the 62nd minute. And then Bemfo to close it out to give Port Jeff a 5-3 advantage in the 65th minute. Couldn't really ask for much of a better game as far as the intensity. Both teams really wanted it. But Port Jeff, after falling behind for not even a minute in this game, they responded very quickly. And both teams in their next matchups, they were 5-3. Good night, everybody. See you next weekend.